Hey guys, I'm in my kitchen right now. Right now I am in the process of starting my tea staining. So basically at first you got to just boil a pot of water. I'm gonna do the best I can to show you this in stages and shit. And try and upload it like I used to on the web, on that, like, I don't know what it's called, like, I don't know, some website that I said when my computer had crashed and everything. So I'm gonna try and upload it in stages like that. So once this is like boiling, and there are multiple tutorials that say multiple different ways, but going off of that and trying to do my own sort of thing, I'm gonna try and boil this. I'm gonna put some black tea in, which I got from Trader Joe's. I got a lot because that's all they had, really. And it can be any type of black tea. I know I saw somebody had like chai black tea. This just happened to be Irish black tea, and there are a lot of in it. And I'm like glad I got this, because like since I want kind of a darker stain, I'm gonna use one that has. I think I'm gonna put 30 bags in. Cause yeah, I know that sounds like a lot, but because the material isn't cotton, I don't think it's gonna take as easily as if it were cotton. Yeah, so I think I need to use a little bit more. And then later on when I might actually do some more tea bag, put a couple more tea bags in, and like reboil it, because I want to add more depth. Because even another person talked about layering and more, and not like, you set it and then you add another layer and then you let that dry and then you set it and add some more. So then it gets kind of darker and darker. And then I'll use some fabric paint to add like the, not mud stain sort of, kind of. Yeah, I'll say that. And like I said, you want it to be orderly chaos. You don't want it to be the same on each portion of the body, but you do want it to be like, oh yeah, at the bottom of the cuffs, there's definitely going to be stains from thinking. And I'm like, oh, at the knees, yeah, if they'd been kneeling, there's going to be stains there. That's going to have a more darker stain. So I plan on having like a general stain throughout the actual pants, which is what I'm working with now. And then those areas I think I'm going to kind of blotch with a little bit darker stains, just because I feel like they deserve it, if that makes sense. So also when you put the black tea in, you also have to put salt in. Some people are just like, you need only like a tablespoon. And then somebody's just like, just dump a lot in. Because the salt is used to help set the tea into the garment. I think I'm going to go with putting more salt in, because I would rather have more, because I'm not using a cotton garment. So yes, that's how I plan on playing it right now. But right now water is still boiling, and I did not realize how long it took for water to boil. It's like watching paint dry. It's so boring right now. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. See you in a bit. Okay guys, this is what they look like now. This is before, and my water is boiling now. So yeah, I am gonna put the tea bags in, and then put the tea bags in with the salt and let that steep for a little bit. Then I have to put this in a little bit of warm water and like wring it out so it's like damp. Then I put that in, and then I have to let that sit for a long time. So we will see where that goes. All right, see ya. All right, guys, so I just put the tea in with the salt, and I will show you what it looks like. And I wonder if I can change the way that it views. Of course not. So I have to stay like this. So this is what 30 tea bags looks like in the thing. Kind of trying to let it boil, not boil, but like simmer. Then you're supposed to let it like simmer, but not get super hot, and then you're supposed to just put it on low heat. So I'm having it on low heat right now, and then now I'm going to go and rinse out my garment and then put it in there, and then wait a very, very long time. I think I'm going to set a timer for an hour, because that's what I think I should do. But also, you have to stir it as it goes along. So, like, I have to stir it, like, every 10, 15 minutes. So, it's not like I get to just chill and relax. You have to continuously stir it, and stir it, and stir it, stir it. So, pretty much it's gonna be me chilling. Maybe I'll put some music on. And, yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll see you in a bit. So, this is what my garment looks like in a in a vault of tea. With a bunch of bags, and I'm really hoping none of these tea bags break, because that will be a mess. It's kind of looking orange right now, which I'm not quite too happy about. Maybe I should have bought a different type of tea instead of Irish breakfast tea, but you know what? Maybe that's just a side effect. Sorry, I just put my hand in front of the camera. Maybe that's just a side effect, and then when it like comes out, it will not look so orange, so terracotta. It's like, look at that. It looks like it's orange, not brown. I also feel like, I mean, this is the under part. It's not like the part that it's going to be super showing. So I feel like it's not the end of the world if it's not perfect. It's like, okay, whatever. I'll put some dirt on it. Not dirt, actual dirt, but like some brown stains, and it will be okay. Yeah, and you're supposed to like wash it out at the end anyway, so that will help, I think. I think that will help. I don't know, because I've never done this before. This is literally the first time I've ever done it. Yeah, but I think that maybe, I honestly have no idea. Maybe chai tea would have worked better. Maybe, but I have no idea if it just called for black tea. It was like, black tea. And I'm like, okay, so black tea? I mean, what is Irish black tea? I mean, Irish black tea is black tea. Do they have different black tea in Ireland? I don't know. So we need to answer my question. So yeah, I'm just supposed to stir this, and I will see how it goes. But I think it might be deceivingly strange in color right now. That's my guess. I think that's all I can guess right now. And that's what I'm also hoping. God forbid that I have orange pants under a yellow dress. But that's why I'm doing this today and not like 2 days before Halloween, because that would be a disaster. I also, you didn't get to see this, I also like kind of cut the edges out of the bottom of it, kind of to fray it to make it look like it's just a little bit torn. It's not great. It was my first time doing that, so I was like, yeah, well, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, turned out okay. Like I said, I don't think anybody's going to really be looking at that, but if they do, that's great. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. All right, I'll get back to you in a minute. Well, actually, not a minute, in a long time. But for you, it'll be a minute, at least. Okay, bye. All right, guys, you're going to get so tired of me talking about this, but it's only been 15 minutes. I feel like it's been a lifetime. And honestly, I feel like nothing's changed. And I feel like it's really orange, and I'm really afraid that it's just going to turn out to this orange hot mess that I'm trying to wear as pants, and it's not what I wanted. I did see a YouTuber who described like a post-apocalyptic event sort of version that she did, and to layer on different like colors of the tea stains. First she did a light tea stain, and then she did like a secondary tea stain to add on to that, and then finally she added coffee with the tea into the mixture. So right now, first of all, I don't drink coffee, and I'm trying to use a coffee maker. So I'm brewing just a little bit of hot coffee. Luckily, there was still a little bit of coffee left in the coffee maker already, because I don't know what I'm doing. But so I'm trying to brew like a little bit of coffee, just so hopefully I can add that to some of the bottom layers to make it a little bit darker. That's my goal. Yes, because I think that the color that I have right now on a yellow dress isn't really going to do anything. It's just going to be like, why do you have orange on a yellow dress? It's just like either one, not going to show up, or two, it's just going to be ugly. And it's going to be like, no, you didn't just run through the woods. You just spilled something horrible on your dress. I mean, this may work for the pants, but it doesn't seem to be working for what I think I'm going to do for the dress. I think I might see, there is such a thing as coffee staining, but I think it's a little more complicated because you use the actual coffee grinds and then you have to like rinse out the coffee grinds. But I wonder if you can do it just with like just the, instead of doing, because I don't want to have the entire dress doused in coffee. That's not how I want to do it. Not like with the pants. I want to do it where it's just like portions of it. So I wonder if I can just take like some coffee. Sorry, I'm stirring my pants. That sounds so weird. I'm stirring my pants. I just want to have some of it. So I wonder if I can take some of the coffee that I have and use it. That's already the coffee that's already made. That's not with coffee grounds, hopefully. Because I have no idea if I did it right. Because I don't make coffee ever. And make it into, put that on the dress and hopefully make that look a little bit darker. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. This is all a big game. No idea what I'm doing. And I will get back to you. But like I said, there's still like 45 minutes left in this ball game. And we're going to just hold on tight. All right. Okay, guys. So we have about 25 minutes left in the ball game. And I have ordered food from DoorDash because I am starving. And I got up late this afternoon. Even though I was like, oh man, I'm supposed to tea stain some stuff today. And I know it's going to take me a long time. But I'm a procrastinator. Also a perfectionist. Also somebody who works at night. Luckily, there's nobody home right now. Because I'm sure if my brother was to walk in and was like, what are you making? I'd be like, pants. I'm making pants. And he'd be really confused. So, yes, right now it's still looking orange. I was really hoping to get a darker look, but right now it's still looking orange. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on stirring and hoping for the best and hoping that when I take it out and let it dry, it will maybe turn less orange. Because right now it's so orange right now that I'm a little bit going crazy right now. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I add too much salt? Did I get the wrong type of tea? It told me to get black tea. I got black tea. What, did I get the wrong type of black tea? Is it just the type of fabric material that I'm working with that's wrong? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But we'll see. Because it doesn't look anything like how other people's stuff look. I will say that. But the type of material that I'm working with is not the same. Like, I think I'm working with maybe polyester. I don't know. Whereas everybody else was working with cotton. So maybe that's why. I think one woman was working with chai tea, whereas I'm working with, the Irish black tea. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, I don't think. But maybe chai tea has a different type of look. But yeah, I ordered food from Portillo's. Sorry to all you people who don't have Portillo's in your state. Chicago, Illinois is one of the few places who does have Portillo's. I think Arizona has Portillo's. Not very many states have Portillo's. I think they're trying to expand though. So yes, I can't wait for my food to come because I'm hungry. And I don't know, it probably will very inconveniently come right when I need to take this off the heat and like do stuff with it, and I'll be very like, really. Luckily I ordered like a salad though, so it's like, and don't judge me for ordering a salad, because their salads are like really high in calories anyway, and they're really delicious, because literally it's just as bad as if I were to order like a Polish sausage from there, because they're so good and so bad for you at the same time. So yeah, no judgment on my salad choice. I'm not trying to be like super healthy or anything. That's the last thing I'd ever do. Anyway, yeah, I just like their salads. I think they're good. But yeah, I'm excited. Oh, yay! I just got a notification that my stuff is being picked up and is on its way. Good. Hopefully it will be done. But besides that, I am just kind of chilling, listening to music, and looking at my dog, who is sitting outside on our porch, chilling like a villain. I will talk to you in a minute and get back to you. Bye-bye. Ooh. All right, guys. So we got like a little bit less than 10 minutes left for this, and I will take it out after 10 minutes because I don't think it's going to change the color any more than I want it to. It's probably just going to turn more orange, and let's just admit it. Orange is not good. Orange is not the color of a forest. Come on, admit it. Honestly, this was a test run, and I think the fact that it's not made out of cotton kind of played an effect. Possibly the tea that I bought made an effect. Honestly, I can't really give you the right answer. Maybe trying chai tea instead of this type of tea next time around, if I ever have to do this, will work better. But you know what? Learn. You live and learn. That's how you got to do things. So what people say is you basically just pour the hot boiling water out into the sink, and then take out the garment with a wooden spoon, and then I guess you don't technically have to wash it, but like I guess that kind of just, if you have loose tea leaves, that helps get rid of the loose tea leaves, and I think that kind of helps just make it a little, maybe it will help make it look a little bit better. I'm hoping. But I plan on reusing this tea, I guess, for future portions. So I'm just going to put mine into this lovely pink bowl, and then rinse it out lightly, and definitely turn off my heat, because I gotta remember to do that. Because it's still on, because you still do that, of course. And then once I'm finished with that, yeah, I'm gonna put it in the bowl and then let it do that, and then I'm gonna put it out to dry outside, because apparently that's a better way of having it set in than like having it like go in the dryer. Of course, they just want you to have more time, spend more time doing nothing, which really sucks, because I don't have time to not do nothing. I need to just do more stuff. Okay, anyway, but what they do say is, obviously this is so freaking hot, so I'm using gardener's gloves plus these icky yellow gloves that I found. I'm gonna like double up gloves so that I'm not touching the actual garment, because like I'm gonna take it out with a wooden spoon, put it in the pink bin bowl, and then that's when I'm gonna like actually touch the thing. But it's still apparently gonna be really hot. That's what somebody said before. So yeah, they're like, please be careful, it's going to be extremely hot, be careful. I'm like, okay, so I guess I'll just double up and not burn my hands. So we're gonna hope that I don't burn the house down. I literally have had to turn on the fan in my house because I don't want the monitor thingy to go off. I don't want my house to burn down. I accidentally turned on one of the burners on accident, and I was like, oh my god, this burner isn't supposed to be on, and I turned it on. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna burn this house down. So Yeah, that was earlier. But yes. So we are going to try not to burn the house down while I'm doing this and see how things go. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of part one. Part one. All right, I'll be back, guys. Okay, guys. So I took the pants out of the tea, and I took them in a bucket, and then I squeezed them out a lot, and I rinsed them a little bit underwater. Not like cold or water or like super hot water, just kind of like medium-ish water. And now they are hanging outside. I wish it was a sunnier day, but it's not. But I've been like squeezing tea out of it because it just needs to happen. They look better than I was expecting, which is good. But there are some portions that I'm not super happy with. So I will show you them. So, hold on. This top portion I'm okay with. Like, okay, it just kind of looks like you've worn them, you know, they're not completely new, yes, and they've seen some wear. But then this bottom portion, it's just like, why is this orange? Like, why is this orange? I'm just not a big fan of this, like, sorry, it's hard to show you. This, like, orange tinge right here. So I think I'm going to try and go in and just layer it like another YouTube video told me about, and put some of it with coffee and tea, but putting more coffee than tea because I want to be there like a kind of a base of tea, but then a majority of coffee, so that the bottom portions where this frill is, looks like it's been like near the ground, though it's not technically been near the ground. It's been, you know, brushed near the underbrush. If you're thinking about it, like everybody says, think about it strategically, think about it logically. Like, what would it look like if you were in a costume, cosplay, something like that? Well, obviously that would be the part that is touching the ground or like near the forest. So I would want that to be the darkest color, and then where it hits me on my knees. So probably somewhere around like here, I'm thinking. I have to try them on before I do that. I'll probably put some more of the coffee-ish coffee tea mix. I don't think I'm gonna go any harder on the layering of just tea, because the just tea is very orange. And especially on this material. And I think if I try that on the yellow, just the tea on the yellow, it's just gonna make it even more orange, and it's gonna turn it into a pumpkin, and it's gonna turn the yellow polyester material I have into a orange pumpkin, and they'll be like, you're wearing an orange pumpkin dress, why are you wearing that instead of that? So I'm thinking I'm gonna try and just go for coffee on that one, maybe just coffee, and I don't think that's gonna be too difficult. Coffee and then some fabric paint with water, which I think I will get at the store on Thursday, maybe Thursday or Friday, I don't know, Thursday or Friday. I think that's when I'm gonna get that. Yes, so I have to let these dry for a while before I can do anything else. I think my food might be here soon, so maybe I can take a little pause. But besides that, yes, I have a lot of tea, but I'm not going to drink it because it's salty and disgusting, I'm sure. It doesn't taste good. Okay, bye. Alright, so right now, we're just waiting for those pants to dry. I am eating my Portillo's very unhealthy salad. Hold on, wait, why can't you see my salad? I'm trying to figure out where the angle is that's best for you to see my salad. Yes, see? So unhealthy. There we go. Look at that unhealthy salad. Isn't it delicious? Perfect. Anyway, and can you see him? Yes, there's my doggy. He's just chilling like a villain. And yes. So we're waiting for those pants to dry. I might end up using a hairdryer towards the end because I don't know how patient I can be. I'm not a patient woman. Somebody's gonna have to learn that someday. And I'm just gonna see how I'm gonna play it because I know I'm definitely gonna need to distress the dress. Distress the dress. Which also includes cutting it and figuring out where it lays on my legs so that the pants will show underneath it, because I want the pants to show. I did not just do all this work for nothing. I kind of want it to be at an angle so it looks like it's kind of gotten torn, like one side may have gotten torn. But this is my first fashion like design sort of thing, besides last year when I put like little sparkles on stuff and used nail polish on butterflies. This is the first thing that I've ever really done, and this luckily doesn't include any sewing because I don't know how to sew. Yeah, this is the first thing that I've ever done that's like fashion really related, so be gentle with me on this because it's very new to me. Also, another person, one of the people who taught me, who I learned about the coffee hack from, said something about using sponges, just like a normal dish sponge, both sides of it, and like putting that in like the tea or in the coffee tea mixture, and then like dabbing that on different areas. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be really good, so I can do that. I feel like I'm gonna do that on my on the knee portions, and then I also have some spray bottles that I bought because I thought that those would be useful. I'm sure they will be. I'll find a use for them. If I don't use it for this, I'll use it for my hair. Not my actual hair, my wigs, that's what I meant. Believe me. Those things can use that stuff all the time. I find uses for everything I buy. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my food now and wait for those pants to dry because it looks like they're just gonna take forever. Everything seems like it's taking forever. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, you can't see me right now, but it's more important that you see what I'm doing. So I decided to I'm making some like squirt bottles so I can use them on my costumes and everything. So the yellow one is gonna have approximately like maybe a quarter to a quarter to a half tea, which is, this is the tea that I had, and then the rest is gonna be coffee. This is coffee here, and then this blue one is just gonna be all coffee. And I put some salt into the coffee here because I wanted to do the same kind of, make sure that the salt, that the coffee would set if I'm using it in there. I'm probably gonna put some salt into this coffee too to make sure it sets, but since this tea already has salt in it, it should be okay. But I did add a good amount of salt to this coffee. It smells like hazelnut, which is kind of nice. But so I'm gonna put some of the just plain old coffee on the bottoms to try to cover up that bright orange. Kind of spray it around the bottom once the pants finish drying, which I completely am I can't believe how much, I don't know how they did it without washing and drying machine, but back in the day, like seriously, I feel like I'm waiting a lifetime just trying to get those pants to dry. Like, can imagine having to wait for all of your clothes to dry outside. And like in the wintertime, like, oh my God, Jesus. Okay, anyway, that's a tangent. But yeah, as you can see, this is kind of a filthy workspace, but anyway. Yeah, so that's gonna happen. This is the fun thing that I put in here. I am not gonna show me doing this because it's probably gonna turn into a little bit of a mess. But yeah, I thought I'd show you what exactly I'm gonna try to do. We'll see how it works out. See what it looks like. I'm gonna keep some tea on the side for an extra, for some, if I'm like dabbing it on the dress, which I don't think I'm gonna do very much. And then I'm definitely gonna keep some coffee on the side, which I can always make more coffee. In case I'm gonna dab that on the dress, which I definitely think I'm gonna dab some coffee on the dress. So yeah, I'm gonna dab that on the bottoms and probably on some of the tops, and definitely along the collar. If you've seen the dress from one of the first video that I did, it's a white collar. It's a very white collar. So it's like, if you're in a jungle, that collar is not going to be white. I don't think I'm going to cut it up or anything. I mean, I was considering it, but I just don't know how to do it without making it look bad and like I was trying too hard. So I think I'm just going to let it be the way it is and let it be. Yeah. So, yeah, wish me luck. All right, there's the pants. That's my dog sitting on the table like he's cold. Yeah, I know. There's the pants again. They're getting dry. They're not quite there yet. But it's next to a pumpkin, so it kind of looks like a fun seasonal thing. Now I'm going to turn around. Here's that bowl that I used. Here's this enormous thing of tea that's really salty that I don't need anymore. Swing around. Here's my concoction of stuff. So, this has mainly coffee with, I think, a little bit of tea in it. This has about like this much of tea, and then the rest is coffee. But this is like almost pure coffee. I might actually put some more of this coffee in here. But yeah, this is like almost completely coffee. I think I may have put a little bit of tea in there. But then this one's like a little bit of tea, and then the rest coffee. Because I'm planning on working more with tea staining and maybe coffee staining, I got these 2 cups, and this one has tea in it with some coffee. I didn't want to have a bunch of tea and not use it. So I'm like, despite the fact that it kind of turns orange a little bit, who knows, maybe it will come out different on the other fabric. I can try it on the fabric that I'm not actually planning to wear, and I can see how it looks, and I can see what a layered effect might look on it. Especially since I can try it on the fabric that I'm not going to be wearing, because I'm going to be cutting off parts of the fabric. So I can kind of sample it. So this has tea and a little bit of coffee, and then this is mostly coffee with just a little bit of tea, but mostly coffee. And then this has a little bit of tea in it right now. And then I'm going to put this coffee in there, but I'm letting it cool because it's really hot right now. These spray bottles are okay, but they just do like small squirts. I think that this top for this one does more like a spray squirt, if that makes sense, where, if that makes sense. That was a weird motion. But like more of like a general area. So I kind of want that. I want to have those different types of patterns, so it's not all like in one like condensed place. So that's why I got this one as well. It's small and it's whatever. It wasn't very much. I don't know. None of these were very expensive. This came in a pack of 3. This came by itself. These are just Tupperware containers that I have here at home. And yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff was just super cheap, which is really nice. Yeah. So we're getting to the end of this tea phase. Well, I mean, not really, but getting the prepared tea phase, I should say. And then we'll see where we go from there. I think I'm going to end up putting those pants in the dryer in maybe like maybe like 10 minutes. I'll probably put them in there, see how they're at in 10 minutes. Okay, bye. All right, guys. So I hit a point where I thought that the pants were pretty dry. Not quite completely dry as I wanted to. So I am going to go stick them in the dryer and hope they don't shrink, 1. And 2, hope they don't fade too much. But if they fade, I'll actually be kind of glad because then they won't look orange. I also really hope that my dryer doesn't turn orange on the inside because that would be very, very bad. My mom would yell at me and probably have me scrub it with bleach, not caring if I died. Anyway, whole different story. Anyway, yeah, so I put it in the dryer for like 10 minutes. Hopefully that will be enough to give it its last hurrah. And then I'm going to pair it with the dress to see where I need to cut it, to where I need to cut the dress. I have really horrible tape, measuring tape, and I don't really, hold on, I'll show you. Like, it's horrible. Like, this is the only measuring tape for, like, clothing that I could find in my house. It's horrible. It's like pieces of paper. But I'm like, I'm going to have to do what I have to do. I have kind of an idea, but I think I'm just going to kind of wing it, see where it goes. Hopefully it will look okay. Don't really know. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, guys. So, these are the pants. Now they're dried. I put them on a towel just because I didn't want them on the counter. They actually look like the color of the towel, but they're definitely not the same color they were when they were before, which is kind of surprising. Like, you know, they're more of like an off-white, and now they're like a definite like darker color. I'm still not super happy with this. There's like a definite orange tinge. You can see it up close now because I'm not trying to do it in the light outside. So I'm gonna try and fix that, yeah, today. But overall, I think it turned out pretty well. Yeah, they're a little wet down on the bottom, but just a tad. I didn't want to put them in the dryer any longer because I was afraid if I did, they'd shrink a lot. I mean, they look like they may have shrunk a little, but it's not like they were really, when I put them on before, they weren't like tight, super, super tight. They were just kind of okay. So I think they'll be fine no matter what. So yeah, I'm gonna go try these on and I'm gonna go see how it looks with my dress, and I will show you a picture of my dress as well before I turn it to scraps, and then also kind of walk you through that steps as well. But that is it for this tea staining of these pants portion of this video, and then I will start a rip to shreds of my dress portion video, and then plus restaining these with the bottom portions in this next time, because I'm sure this video is getting very long and you are getting tired of hearing my voice. Okay, bye. Thank you for listening.